Okay, so I've been trying to decide for kind of like a travel guitar, what kind of guitar makes the most sense for me. And I have a little traveler guitar, non-acoustic, that I like a lot, but it just doesn't break down quite as small as I'd like. So I thought, well, maybe I'll get a Journey Instruments travel guitar like this one here, which is their Koa topped model. And so I pulled the trigger on it from Amazon because I can return it if it doesn't work out for me. It was very easy to set up in terms of making it, you know, the neck comes off and then goes back on. And I felt like I needed to make a video just because I want to show you. I have the Taylor Mini GS Mini here, and it obviously does not have the neck that comes off. I like it a lot. I think it's a nice neck width. It's like a 1 11/16 neck width at the nut, and that is the same as this one. This is actually the narrow model. I'll look up the actual model number here in a second. I think it's the OF3 something or other. Anyhow, it's the narrow neck one. But a couple things I just wanted to point out to you if you're trying to make this decision about this guitar. One of the things that I thought was kind of cool about this guitar is it has this little part here that like kind of angles off, like you see on, you know, some electric guitars and kind of thing. It's very, very subtle. So, I mean, as much as it kind of looks cool, like it would be nice, I really didn't think it had much of an impact. Second of all was this cutout here. It's cute, but see how it only comes not even halfway back or just maybe a little less. It just doesn't really let you, if you get your hand in the right position, I mean, you're still banging you get to kind of really get in a very weird position to have that really make much of any sense. I'm having a lot of trouble with buzzing. The strings are too low. It's supposed to come with another saddle, which actually is a shorter saddle. I would need a taller saddle, but I don't know why the key, the truss rod key and the saddle did not come with this. But I took it apart, and I have an Allen wrench and was able to loosen up the truss rod, try to raise the action. It made it so it was actually playable, but it still is pretty buzzy. The biggest thing I would say about it is that sound-wise, this guy here is much more trebly. You know, it's much higher pitched than the Taylor GS Mini. And I really kind of like the bassier sound. I felt like this guitar here from Amazon all in was like $900. And this guy over here, I think I paid $500 used from a Guitar Center. But as much as I think this is a cool looking guitar, pretty nice, I don't think it's worth $900. I think I'm going to check out the Journey, which is kind of their most entry level, because my thought is if I'm not going to get a decent sound out of it, like a really great sound, which would be astounding for a travel guitar, then I might as well get the smaller one. It's going to sound tinnier, but that's fine because I'm not getting a great sound out of this one, I don't think. And as long as I can get the action to work on it better, then I think it would be better for traveling because I can still practice. Primarily, I want a travel guitar that I can bring on an airplane, that I can practice with, and that has a nice case. Like this is the case here that comes with the Journey Instruments. So it has room for a laptop and some of the kind of basic stuff. So if I have one suitcase for my clothes and then that I can put my laptop in, then I'm in good shape to carry on without having to check bags, which is kind of really my end goal. So there's my 2 cents. Last thing I'll say is I did try, both of them have pickups, the Taylor and the Journey Instruments. I ran them through an acoustic brand acoustic amp, and I felt like the pickups on the Journey Instruments are pretty nice. A lot of people don't like the Taylor pickups. I think they're pretty good. I like them okay. There's no controls on the Journey Instrument. It's just plug it in and then deal with it on the amp side. The Taylor does have a tone knob and a volume knob, and it has a built-in tuner, which is kind of nice. But when I kind of set them up the same way, I felt, again, like the Journey Instruments was definitely a higher, kind of more trebly sound. And believe it or not, the GS Mini had a kind of a better, stronger sound from kind of a bass and overall fullness sound, if you will. And then the model number is the OF882CN, which is the N is narrow neck. So normally their necks, regular size necks, are 1 3/4. the nut, and this one is 1 11/16, which I kind of like because I have smaller hands. That's my 2 cents.